Hi everybody, I'm Stuart Ryan, and in this lesson I'm going to show you how to use one of my favourite alto tunings, open G major. This one's most famously used by Keith Richards, so if you've heard Brown Sugar from the Rolling Stones, you've heard open G. But it's also used by everybody from blues pioneer Charlie Patton to Rich Robinson of the Black Crowes and many more. Let's start off by seeing how you actually get into the tuning. So we take the low E string down a tone to become a D. The fifth string is down from A to a G. Strings 4, 3 and 2 stay the same, D, G, B. And then finally the high E string is tuned down a tone to a D. And then we get this big open G major chord from all the strings. One of my favourite aspects of open G major tuning is that the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings, the D, G and B, stay the same. So if you know where your triads are on those strings, you can use those to create chords, and then you can use the open strings around them to create colour. So in this next example, I'm going to play a simple G major to C major progression. So I'm playing a G major here, using this G triad and a G on the top. And I'm going to go to a C major chord, but it sounds great because I've got the addition of the open D string on the top, which is the 9. So I get a C add 9 chord with the 5th G in the bass. So this is going to give us a real kind of country Americana sound. Next, I'm going to play a folk fingerpicking inspired example, a kind of Bob Dylan sound. It's a simple chord progression, G, C, D, so a 1, 4, 5 in G major, but the open strings are again doing so much of the work. We have an open G major chord, the open C again, and we go to this really gorgeous D add 4. And everything's played with this steady open G bass line all the way through. So that gives us this really nice consistent sound. Here's the example. Open G is also amazing for Americana and especially Bluegrass. A lot of Bluegrass music is played in the key of G, so this tuning is almost tailor-made for it. And again, we can let the open strings do lots of the work. In this next example, I'm going to play a rhythm idea based around this big open G5 chord which has a really kind of neutral quality until we add the F sharp in it. And then I'm going to play licks down in the open position, and again it's the open strings that are doing so much of the work here, meaning I only have to use 1 or 2 fingers on the fretboard. When you leave the open position, you'll start to find some really unique and colourful chords where you combine a couple of fretted notes against the open strings in the tuning. It's a really easy way to add things like ninths, 11ths, sharp 11ths to your playing, and you can almost do this on a trial and error basis. Just play around, see what works, and then analyse the chord voicing afterwards. So next I'm going to play 3 interesting sound chord voicings with plenty of colour attached, and then I'll turn them into a simple arpeggiated piece. I've written a short instrumental piece to conclude, and this one's really inspired by Rich Robinson of the Black Crowes and Jimmy Page. And we're going to sort of hear how we get that Americana roots sound from licks like this. And again, the open strings are doing so much work there, but we can also get these kind of really dramatic 70s chords like this C minor. Again, just 2 fingers and open strings doing the work. One thing about open tunings is they can drag you into the key of the tuning, so you'll get stuck playing combinations of G, C and D. So when you've played through these examples, try finding some different chords in different keys, using fretted notes and open strings to really take advantage of the tuning. Here we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that lesson and got something out of it. I love this tuning. It's my go-to for Americana, roots, and certain styles of blues. So let me know how you get on. Leave any questions below. And don't forget to subscribe to Guitar World. I'll see you soon. Take care.